Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Joe, and welcome back for episode 12 of the Rush That Base series. This is that series where we rush to Town Hall 7 all the way to Town Hall 12. We have finally made it to Town Hall 12, and what was the point in all this in the first place? A lot of clan leaders out there, you guys do not have the ability to donate siege machines, and it took us exactly 49 days. I know, it seems like a lot. 49 days seems like a lot, but it's really not that bad in the grand scheme of things, considering it takes years for a lot of players to go from Town Hall 8 max to Town Hall 9 max to Town Hall 10 max, all the way up to Town Hall 12 max. A lot of players don't want to do that. They want to do it this method instead, so that's what we're doing. And today we are going to get our siege machine workshop. That way we can donate siege machines to our clan. Now there is a catch to this. So let me go ahead and get in here to the shop, and let's go over here and drop our siege machine workshop at 7.5 million elixir. Now, I know a lot of players out there have been asking, like, how are we getting all this loot so fast? And today we didn't necessarily do it as glamorified as you might think. It wasn't Valkyries, it wasn't miners, it was just good old Barch. So, you know, most videos are not a lot of, like, Barch because a lot of players out there don't want to believe it's the best, but it really is the best and the fastest method of farming. You just got to be willing to lose a little bit. All right, so we did drop our siege machine workshop, and we are going to go ahead and finish that by claiming our clan games. So unfortunately, I did not finish the clan games. I kind of failed. That's I didn't have time. I was too busy on the Town Hall 10, and we did max out on the Town Hall 10, but this account, we kind of came up short. So on that note, we are going to go ahead and claim these rewards. Now, I am going to claim some Dark Elixir because we do need to work on our heroes a little bit. I know you are rushing, and I know that you want to be able to donate things to your clans. You want to get bowlers and miners and all those other good things, Electro Dragons and stuff like that. But you also need to be dropping those heroes along the way. You need to at least try to get them up as well because they are very, very important, whether you think so or not. As you play and as you level them up, you will start to see the true power of all of your heroes. The Barb King, the Queen, the Grand Warden, they really play a major role. And then once you get into 13, the Royal Champion also helps out quite a bit. Now, I'm going to go ahead and claim the Training Potion because I do farm a lot and I do use them regularly. We're also going to claim a Power Potion. That way we can yank up the levels of our troops. The Lab Potion. That way we can drop something in the lab and try to help it with 2 spells. We got 2 Builder spells, and we also have that Book of Building. So we're going to claim these rewards, and we're going to take that Book of Building and use it on our siege machine workshop because it's one of the most priority items that we want for this series in particular. So we're going to go ahead and finish this off, and we're going to have our level 1 siege machine workshop. Now, here's the kicker with this. You only have the ability to donate wall records from the beginning until you upgrade it a couple more times. So you have to upgrade it multiple times in order to unlock these different siege machines along the way. So we're going to have to put this back down, and it is a elixir based item. So we're going to have to save up, 9 million elixir in order to put that down again. And we also have a lot of other elixir items that we've been trying to max out along the way. I mean, we just got to Town Hall 12, and now we have additional levels on the gold storages. We got additional levels on the elixir storages. The grind, even as a rush player, never ends, guys. And so even trying to fix this rush, so to speak, is also a very difficult task. So we're not going to call it that. That's obviously Klaus and Bash's thing. That's just messed up to do that. But we are rushing a base, so to speak. And so we do have our Town Hall 12 now. We do have an army trained. I'm going to go out and see if we can find a dead base, and I will be right back. All right, so we do have a very nice dead base with some loot. We got some serious loot on this bad boy, about 5,000 Dark Elixir, but we're probably not going to be able to get that, guys. We are using Barch, and it is a very weak army, but it's really good for stealing a lot of the golden elixir out of the storages when you have them set up like this. Most of you guys should know this by now, but the thing is that a lot of players want to believe that, like, the Valkyries are stronger and the miners are stronger. Yeah, you can definitely clear bases with those armies, but they also take a lot longer to train, and they also cost you a lot of resources in order to train those armies. So if you want to save a lot of Dark Elixir or a lot of elixir quickly, you want to use the Barch army instead because you can save up that elixir. Now we're going to hold off on using those heroes for a moment. We're going to see what we can grab with our barbarians and archers, and then we're going to switch over to our heroes. Even though they are lower level, they do contribute a little bit, and we're going to be trying to get them down. As a matter of fact, I think we got enough Dark Elixir to put down our heroes again, or at least one of them, for an upgrade. I think we're going to put the Queen back down because I'd like to get her up to like level 20 army as soon as possible. That way we can start walking her a little bit, and then we can really focus in on that king's level. That king's only like a level 7. He's a little baby king. He can't even tank for anything. He can't even tank for himself. All right, so archers and barbs. We've grabbed a lot of the loot around the base. Looks like we got some loot inside the base, and there's also an eagle artillery. Now, here's the thing. We got 32%. We could try to get the win. Let's go ahead and drop an archer there. Let's drop an archer back there, or drop a couple there. And let's try to grab this mine, whatever's left here. And I think that's going to be about it that we can pick off before getting picked off by the archers. So let's go ahead and come up from the bottom of the base. And let's use our queen. Let's send the Grand Warden. And let's send some barbs and archers there. And you can use that Grand Warden's ability on your archers and barbs, and they could definitely do pretty well under his ability for a moment, but he's such a low level that he can't really do that much. It's only like 3.5 seconds with that level 5 Grand Warden. All right, let's use his ability since the king's being targeted. And the queen's going to pick off some buildings, and the king, he might need to go through that wall and take down another thing. Now, I do have heal spells, and I know that I do, but I'm going to hold on to them because I don't want to spend any elixir. We need to try to get that Siege Machine Workshop back down for upgrade. That way we can unlock our battle blimp. All right, so we might take the loss on this, actually. The king and queen, they're just not high enough in level, guys. So you have to be willing to do a little bit of loss. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I'll show you here in a second. Let me get out of here. So nice pull of loot there. 400,000, 400,000, or a little bit more than that. But check out all this red. Watch your eyes. Watch your eyes. It's about to hurt.
God,
look at all
please,
these
no.
losses. But look at all the loot. That's really the key there, is the loot. Don't worry about the stars. The stars don't mean anything. It's what you stockpile in your storages, and that's what really counts right there. So, I mean, I was doing it for like a couple of hours prior to the video, and I was using some Valks before that, but the Valks were taking incredibly too long to train, and I wanted to get ready for this video instead and get the elixir to show you that. So this is by far one of the best armies for massive amounts of elixir quickly. It's just not the most popular for video taking because nobody wants to watch barbarians and archers over and over and over again. I don't even want to watch that. All right, so we did put a wall wrecker in our Siege Machine Workshop to train, right? And so I'm going to talk about the wall wrecker a little bit, not necessarily its mechanics. It targets the town hall. A lot of players know that already. But the thing is that a lot of players think that you have to request clan castle troops in order to get the wall wrecker. Not necessarily true. If you are a town hall 12, you can use your own wall wreckers and use them in battle. You don't necessarily have anything in them unless you request clan castle troops, but you could still use the wall wrecker to lead the way. Now, it's kind of weak as a level 1, and I'm going to let that train up for a second, and then we're going to go back in with another Barch army and see what we can do with it. All right, so we found ourselves another dead base, a very nice dead base, but here's the thing. We got loot on both sides of the base, and looks like there's some centralized in the middle mortars. So mortars versus barbarians and archers, not necessarily the best thing. So I think what we're going to do is come in on one side of the base, but we're going to use our empty wall wrecker to go across the base. So let's just go ahead and drop archers here. Let's drop some archers there to do a little bit of taking out those buildings or funneling, so to speak. And then we're going to use our wall wrecker to lead the way. And it's only a level 1, so it won't last very long. And there's no clan castle troops, so there's no surprises on the inside. It's one of the coolest items when it comes to using like Valkyries or bowlers or something like that. But you'll notice that it is targeting the town hall. It's trying to get to the center of the base, and that's really the intent of this machine. It's actually really sweet to use even with clan castles or without clan castle troops, just for leading the way. You don't have to worry about the use of wall breakers if that's the case as well. So it did lead our troops to the core of the base. We're going to send our king in there. We're going to hold on to our barbarians and archers for the other side of the base, and we're going to save our Grand Warden for the opposite side of the base as well. Not really too concerned about the win, but we are concerned about a lot of this loot. But just to give you an idea on what the wall wrecker actually does, king and queen's ability needs to be used, so that kind of sucks. All right, let's drop a Grand Warden and see if we can grab up the rest of this loot. And you got to watch out for that mortar, and let's use that Grand Warden's ability. And we saved our barbs and archers for a moment, but again, he's only level 5, so 3.5 seconds does not last very long. And we were able to grab a bulk of our loot off of this base. Look, there's 2 items right there that we're missing, and unfortunately there are plenty of defenses there to stop us from getting them. So let's just see what we can do. We'll try to grab it, but again, this was just a demonstration on what the wall wrecker does, and if you can get clan castle troops in there, even better, because some Valkyries inside of that thing would be pretty cool. And then the use of spells will definitely make things a little bit more dramatic. And then also, you know, leveling up those heroes, leveling up that king and queen, leveling up that Grand Warden. You can use the Grand Warden's Eternal Tome to keep them alive longer. But remember, the siege machines and spells, they don't necessarily sync. So spells, rage spell does nothing to the siege machines at all. A heal spell does nothing to it at all. So just some ideas for you that you understand that the spells don't work on the siege machines. They just work on the troops, and that's it. And to wrap things up, I think we're going to finish up this video by dropping our queen, putting her back down under upgrade again. We got 81,000 dark elixir sitting there, and that's a top priority for a lot of players to steal dark elixir. So we don't want to leave it on the base for extended periods of time. We're going to end a boost on her. We're just going to put her down for upgrade, and then we are also going to spend off our gold by dropping one of the new defenses. So it looks like we got 2 defenses here. We get an additional hidden Tesla and we get an additional Inferno Tower. So this is a rush based series. So let's go ahead and rush a little bit more and drop our 3rd Inferno Tower. So what we're going to do from here is we're going to continue to level up the Giga Tesla inside our Town Hall. So our Town Hall is a very devastating defense, and at level 5 Giga Tesla, it messes up a lot of players. So we're going to continue to push this series as a rush player, and we're going to keep that Town Hall upgrading until it maxes out at level 5, and then we'll see what happens if we decide to rush it to Town Hall 13. Let me know down in the comments below if that's something that you want to see. We'll see how it works out in the upcoming days. So hopefully you're able to get something out of this video, guys, and if you enjoyed the content today, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and if you need any additional video support, click one of those links over there. We will see you in the next one, guys. Take care.